Welcome, Pile 1, to your reading. This reading is called The Reveal. I learned this spread through a website many years ago. I wish I could name the website, but I have not been able to find it since. So I can't really confirm if I even have the right name, place, person who I learned this from. So the point of the reveal is to indicate whether there are outside forces affecting you or your luck in a negative way, whether someone has enacted or plans to enact magical plans against you. So what we do is we shuffle really good, and then we will cut the cards, and we will do 10 cards in 3 columns. And the presence of aces is, well, you got a jack he flipped out there. He might be relevant to you. The presence of aces is what determines whether someone has plans, is thinking ill, or has already enacted magical plans against you. All right, so we got a good shuffle. What we'll do is cut the cards. And we will start our columns. Ace. 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 All right, there it is. We've got 3 aces, which means magical plans enacted against you. Someone has done something like spellwork or something pretty usually intentional. So the way we get further determination from this is we look at how many cards were laid out before the last ace. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We got 6 cards laid out before the last ace. If there are more than 6 cards, what we do is we check the number. And that tells how many people. 10 of clubs. So that's 10. And yes, my 10 of clubs. So it turns out when I got this deck, it was missing the 10 of clubs. So I made one of the jokers into the 10 of clubs. I've been using this for years, but that's why you might see this. But in fact, I got this at a half-price bookstore, and once I figured out the 10 was missing, I said, well, maybe that's why they gave it to the half-price bookstore. Anyhow, I've been using this deck many, many years. It was the second tool system that I got. So this is the 10 of clubs. So that's 10, which is kind of impressive, if you don't mind me saying, Pile 1. A friend of mine has a saying, if you don't have any enemies, you're doing something wrong. You must be doing something right, because apparently you got 10 people in on this. Impressive, Pile 1, if you don't mind me saying so. No disrespect or offense intended. You know, oftentimes, the more haters you have, it can be a sign of you doing good stuff, like, oh man. Especially in the case of truth tellers, right? People who tell the truth, if you're trying to upset an established lie or order that's not good, people get mad. They don't like it. Okay, Pile 1. Sorry if I'm taking a minute. This is a lot of energy to take in. We got 10. Clarity on groups is always a little bit, takes a little bit longer to go through. That's a lot of energy to go through. We're going to scoot these over. What we're going to do to begin with is we're going to find the heart of the group, as I might say. So, I'm just getting a little bit, yeah, I think something's trying to come through here. Okay. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to look for certain markers in my Oracle of Clarity. I'm not going to go into or explain each of the cards that may come out for you from my Oracle of Clarity. What I'm looking for is specific, whether specific confirmation or marker cards show up. I will draw 6. 6 is the recommended number of my Oracle of Clarity. I do have an explanation. Okay, this flipped out, so we'll have it as a nice little extra nugget, but I'm not going to take it at this point. A lot of this here. Okay. I do have a video explaining my Oracle of Clarity on my channel if you wish to understand full readings, like what kind of full readings you can get with the Oracle of Clarity. Right now what I'm doing is looking for certain confirmations or markers about your situation. There are certain cards in here that if they show up can add some context. So I'm not going to go into every card that I pull for you from this deck. I'm only going to explain on the ones that are more relevant and to this situation. Okay, let's just scoot these up a little bit higher. All right, Oracle Clarity. We're gonna see if any certain markers show up. Okay, magical actions taken against you. Let's see if there's any more. If certain ones show up, it gives me more information about your particular situation. This is an intense one for starting out, honestly. Pile number 1, you got it going on. Okay. I will let you see the cards from the Oracle, but I will not elaborate on them unless they are relevant. Okay. Demerits for someone you don't know. Don't know them, but connected to person, place, connected through a person, place, or situation. Karma on the way could actually be relevant, but not one of the ones we were looking for at this time. Demerits for someone you know. Someone you know is getting opposite of Browning. This is relevant. These ones are always relevant. Demerits for you. What that means is you're doing something Spirit doesn't like. It will offer you the chance to course correct, and a rejection for you. Exactly what it says. Okay, so these two may or may not be relevant to this situation, but the markers I was looking for did not show up. So that offers no better or no worse interpretation of these cards right now and what's going on. Someone has enacted plans against you. Currently, it is not being blocked by anything or altered by anything. And the reason I say that is because the cards that would indicate something of it being blocked did not show up. But karma on the way did show up. Someone lying on your name did show up. So these could both actually be relevant to the situation. It could be that someone has gotten all these people against you because of lying on your name. In fact, it is very likely these are connected, now that I think about it. In a lot of cases, when that many people are turned against you, it does mean there's an instigator turning them against you. karma on the way. Okay. So I'm going to do just to see yes or no, and I will only, this is just going to be for extra information if this person is the instigator. Whoops. Okay, well, it flipped out and rolled away, so we should try again. And I'm going to use this coin I made for yes or no. Is the person lying on pile number 1's name also the instigator of this magical work against them? Wow, this thing is flying today. Okay. Yeah. Yes, it is. This liar is lying on, so by lying on your name, and lying on your name is in particular, it means lying about your character, lying about things you've done or you said. These are lies about you. Like, this is personal. This is lying on your name is lie on your, directly on your character. So this person lying on your name is lying to a lot of people, getting them against you, essentially. So they are at the heart of it. This is the heart of the group against you. The head of the snakes, shall we say. And we're going to get some information on them and then see if we can find what your advice is to help yourself navigate, deal with, or protect from these works. So let's set this aside. And I am going to have to disassemble this in order to do my normal significator stuff. So if you want to take a screenshot or something, or you can reference the beginning of this video at any point if for some reason you're curious about the actual cards here. But I'm going to have to disassemble this because I need all of the court cards here. This is how I do my significator process, by using just the court cards of this deck. It tells me about their temperament, and traditionally these cards are also supposed to identify physical traits as well. So I'm taking just the court cards. Excuse me while I do this real quick. Thank you for your patience. Let's get these cards out, and then I'll just make sure that everybody is present. All the court is in the castle. Queen, queen, jack, jack, queen, king, jack, queen. All the queens are here. All the jacks are here. All the kings are here. So we're going to shuffle these up really good, like randomly, and then we will just make sure this is all good and mixed up. I know it's kind of a small amount to be shuffling, but this is how I do significators. I'm just going to divide them into two, shuffle those together the best I can, and then, I'm going to flip these, and then I will close my eyes, feel the energy of the cards until I feel the one until I get an energy, until I get like a buzz from one of them, like, okay, shuffling up. So we want to know about the heart of this group of 10. They're lying on your name. Okay. And I need to identify the heart of the group. Pass by those who are not liar. person is close, but no, it's not them. It's one of these. It's this one. Okay, we've got our significator. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw some attribute cards so we can get, let's just set this over here. I will get some attribute cards so we can get some emotions, motivations, current state, characteristics of this person who is lying on your name, who is the heart of the group against you. Motivations, emotions, characteristics, character of this person, please. Tell us, please. Motivations and characteristics. This person who is the liar, who is the instigator, who is the heart of this issue, of these works. No. This is not a game. I'm not, we're going to see what comes out in the cards, but I am feeling rather annoyed at this person's energy, to be honest. They are a good liar. It's unfortunate. Things seem a little bit almost petty, which I hate to say it. I think for some of you, this person is actually really petty. I am not... I got to refocus this because it's I was starting to get a little bit more about this group. Okay. Okay. I was getting a lot of reactive feelings, I think, from the energy of this person. For some of you, the energy of this person really annoys me. It felt childish. It felt immature. It felt petty. I think for some of you, that could be what we're dealing with here. But we're going to see what clarity comes through with the cards. We've got our significator. We've got our attributes. And now what I'm going to do is try to get some more clarity. Tell us one of my favorite words on what this work's intention was, what they were trying to do with this work, information about the nature of this work. Or it may choose to tell you actions you can take to help yourself against this kind of a work. Or it may offer me enough information to advise you on the kinds of things you can do against this work. Okay. Tell us What was the intention of this work, please, Spirit? The okay. I'm not, this is feeling like, okay, they've got a lot of people involved. They have a lot of people's energy involved, and they're just adding a lot of chaos to the energy field here. Wow, pile one. I didn't know this was going to be this intense. Okay. Let's see who it is. And isn't that exactly what popped out in the beginning? If we go back to the beginning, he flew out on his own. It was him. It was him. Wow. Oh, wow. Oh, man. Okay. Traditionally, this would indicate a male. The traditional physical attributes associated with this card is exactly how it looks. Dark hair, dark eyes, right? That's traditional, okay? Masculine person or a male. Masculine presenting person or a male. Well, so here's the thing with the clubs, and with this card in particular. This person is not your friend, but it indicates a friend, a club. The King of Clubs, when he is reversed, it indicates a friend who's unable to help you, a friend who, now this is their meaning in general, in readings, a friend who's unable to help you, a friend who's experiencing financial or stability problems. I don't think this person presents clearly as an enemy. Oftentimes when the clubs come up, they're the kind that you might not suspect them. They may present as a friend. It could also be a friend with whom you recently got on bad terms. So, we're going to find out their emotional and motivational characteristics now. Afraid. Ignoring or avoiding self-work. This means they need to work on stuff and they're not doing it. And there's a good chance they're the one, right? This is exactly the kind of thing Spirit is like, no, that's not good. -1 point. Happy. All right. So they're content with their plans. They're content with where they're at and what they're doing. They're happy right now. They're not having to deal with a big problem and wants to hinder. So this gives us some insight onto the nature of the kind of work they've done. It's work to hinder you, which means to give you extra obstacles, roadblocks, keep you from getting farther. So let's see what the Hater Exposed deck says, and we'll see if we can get some information for you on what can help you. Energy Vampire. Excessively demanding your attention and emotional support. Yeah, this goes in line with, remember how I said they may not present clearly as an enemy? This is someone who's hiding as a friend. They're presenting as a friend, but they are working against you. They are turning others against you, which is exactly what I said. Exactly what we said in the beginning when we said, okay, there's 10. There's an instigator. A lot of times it means they could be lying. This is confirmation, even more confirmation that yes, that's what they're doing, lying on your character, turning people against you. They want to hinder you. Excessively demanding your attention and emotional support. So again, this person is presenting as a friend. This is wolf in sheep's clothing, is what this is. Causing you to miss out and lose an opportunity. This is a natural consequence of what happens, actually, when you start turning people against someone and you start lying about them. You can cause them to miss out opportunities, to lose opportunities. So, something that is good about the cards that we got is that, believe it or not, ignoring or avoiding self-work can sometimes be a good sign because it means they will turn away from anything too difficult. I also don't see other like spirit cards, so it's likely whatever they did was not overly intense or too complicated. I don't think they would have done any ceremonial magic. Like, we're not talking about high ceremonial magic here. I think we're talking about something more simple. This is going to be like a more simple, like a candle spell or a freezer spell, something of that nature. I don't see spirits come up. I don't see black magic come up. So those are other good signs that it's not an overly complicated, difficult kind of work. The fact that karma's on the way, it also means it could be on the way to them. For putting this energy out there, it's going to come back to them threefold. That they might also be afraid of that coming back, or they could be afraid of being found out. A lot of the times, people like this, if they're lying this much deep down, yeah, they're afraid of being found out because they know what'll happen. They know what'll happen if people find out. All right, so they're lying, turning others against you. Okay, so what's going to help you with this situation is going to be, first off, being aware that people are being lied to behind your back. If somebody's acting weird, they have probably been told a lie about you. Secondly, if this is enough for you to figure out, like if these characteristics, if this thing, card significator is enough to give you a clue about who this person is, it's time for an info diet. And I mean, do you even really want someone like that in your life? Okay, like if you know that they're just going to make things hard for you by lying about you behind your back, it's probably not a good idea to spend time around them or to really talk to them. Also, you need to be aware of what other people are being told. Look for opportunities to prove who you are for real, you know, and just, okay. This is a slow process and people will possibly drop off, but some people will be able to see the truth. You need to stay your authentic self so that people will see the truth. Those who are unwilling to see the truth, they will drop away. Over time, they may drop away unless they decide to do a frenemy kind of a thing. You just have to let them go. If they drop off because they cannot see the truth about you, I would say, okay, everybody can just go, right? Because you can't, sometimes if they're not willing to see the truth, there's nothing you can do about that. Now, for this person, they're another clue to who they are in your life is that they are demanding your attention and some emotional support. This is somebody who's going to call you a lot, who's going to always have a problem. They're going to be needing you to talk to, needing you to vent to, needing you to help them out. This is that when you talk to them, you feel tired and stressed and like you just don't have any energy. If you had plans to do something and they call you, and after like however long on the phone, you're say, you know what, never mind. I'm just going to chill. They're sucking you dry. So it's a person, your energy will know, okay? Your body will know. Your body's going to know, dude. You're going to feel it. You talk to them, you feel tired, you feel drained, you feel like you just got no energy to do anything, no mental fortitude to do anything. Also, chances are good your body reacts whenever you see their name on your caller ID. You already know. Even if you're trying to be cool and trying to be understanding and trying to be like, no, don't think like that about people. What's wrong with me? Nothing. Your body knows this person is draining you. So when you see their name on your phone, you're like, your first instinct is like, ugh, right? That's who this person is. So they have been turning other people against you. And that may also have been what the magic was about. Let me just ask one yes or no clarity question here. Yes. Okay. The intended result of the work they did was to turn others against you. So this person is looking to isolate you. The fact that energy vampire shows up means they want you all to themselves, dude. They are trying to take everything you have for themselves. Ooh. And the nature was to turn other people against you. So essentially your best weapon here is the truth and being your authentic self. Some people will see the truth, some people will not. You cannot make those who refuse to see the truth. That sucks. I'm sorry. I really am. There's a large number of people being lied to, and you may lose friendships or relationships you would rather keep. But if they're not willing to see the truth about you, were they really your friend? Honestly. Like, if they're willing to believe lies about you, even when you are right in front of them, were they really your friend? That's a question we have to ask ourselves sometimes. So, your weapon here is the truth and remaining your authentic self. There's going to be some chaos. There's going to be some drama. This person is making sure to cause it. They're lying. The work's intention was to turn other people against you as well. For whatever reason, so anger and hate did not show up. They're not angry, they're not hateful. They want to hinder you. They want to take everything for yourself. It's very likely that you might have been on the verge of dropping them. You might have been growing as a person and going a place they cannot go mentally, emotionally, or maturity-wise. And they saw that. They were afraid that you were going to drop them and they were going to lose their energy source. And so they did this to try to keep you from leaving them behind. I think that's what's going on here is you were going to outgrow them and they are trying their darndest to make sure you can't. So outgrow them. That's your weapon. Continue to grow. Outgrow them. People are going to drop off. Those who refuse to see the truth are going to drop off. There is not anything you can do if a person chooses not to see the truth. But some people will see the truth. They will remain your friend. Okay? But yeah, this person, trouble. Okay? So keep growing. Outgrow them. Be honest, be truthful, and be your authentic self. And be prepared. Some friendships are going to drop off. Those who refuse to see the truth or would rather believe a lie. So, well, pile number 1, I'm sorry I don't have better news for you. I hope this brought some clarity. And I hope to see you again in other readings. Until next time. Welcome, pile number 2, to your reading. This reading is going to be the reveal. The reveal is a spread designed to identify whether you have outside negative forces affecting you or not. I learned about it a long time ago from a website. I tried to find the website again before I made this video so I could actually say where I got it from. I was completely unable to find the website. I don't know if I have the wrong name, remember incorrectly, misspelled it, or if the website is just gone. It was many, many years ago that I found this. So it's called The Reveal. And we're going to find out if there's an outside negative force affecting you. As in magical works. That's what this is designed to reveal. So what we're going to do, we shuffle these cards up. Then we cut them. And then we're going to do 3 columns of 10 cards each, or until we hit an ace, and that will tell us what we are dealing with, if anything. All right, so we got these shuffled. I'm going to cut them. And we will start our first column. All right, so we got that going there. Ace. Ace. All right. Pile number 2. What this tells me, what this indicates, is that someone has plans to act against you. They have plans to do it in the future and have not yet. They are thinking about it, and they've got an idea. They've got an idea of something, of a ritual or an action to take against you. They have not acted on it yet. So let's see, the last ace. If we've got 1 card, all right. So we have 1 card before the last ace. Although again, you did only get 2. Excuse me. That means 1 or more person. 1 or more means you've definitely got an instigator. Most of these have an instigator, right? There's always going to be someone who has the most ill intent in their heart out of everybody else. So what we're going to do, we don't have any actions yet, but we have an instigator planning, plotting. They've got an idea forming. What we're going to do is get some information on this instigator, this plotter, the main plotter. Now, I am going to have to disassemble this because I need to take these court cards out for my process. If you want to take a screenshot or write these down, you can pause the video just in case for some reason you wanted to look at what cards did show up. That's typically not necessarily relevant to the spread. The main purpose of the spread is to see if aces show up and then what happens before the last ace. So I'm going to go ahead and disassemble this because I need my court cards, right? How much you want to bet, man, that it's going to be one of these spades? You never know. Could be a not, but so we're going to move these to the side. And then I'm going to pull the rest of the court cards out of the deck, make sure they're all there. Then we will shuffle the significators, and I will draw the card that gives me energy from it when I am searching for your instigator. Okay, we got all the queens and all the kings, and now we just need the other two jacks. So they got plans. So get you some amethyst or something. All right, thanks for your patience here while we do all this mixing and shuffling up of all these cards. And let's see what we can get for you. Okay, who is the instigator? Who has the plan? Who is the instigator? Who is planning? Who is plotting? Who is doing this? Who is planning? Who is the instigator? The one that has ill intent in their heart more than anyone else. Okay, I'm gonna try to shuffle these. All right, shuffling, and then I'll close my eyes, and I will wait to see which card. Which card? And sometimes when I do this, you know, most people, they do not want to be found out. They really don't. They just don't want to be found out. So it can sometimes be kind of, you got to get through whatever BS they're projecting. Okay. No projections, just the truth. I don't care who you want to present as. Tell me who you are. This one. I think for some of you, this person projects an entirely different persona than what they really are on the inside. Like a total decoy self. For some of you, I'm getting that this person just entirely is project an entire separate person, but they are not. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is get some attributes, motivations, characteristics, character, and emotional state of this person. Ooh, that went a little crazy. Sorry about that. All right, let's get this. Okay, tell us about this person's attributes, their motivations, their emotional state. Okay. Yeah, this person disguises. They are. They are. Tell us about this person, attributes, motivations. Okay. Not their projection, their actual self. This is a strong projection. They've been doing it a long time. They're very good at it. They definitely have other people believing it. I don't like this. I really don't like this. They are really good at this projection. They have set this projection up. It's it's like a more than a mask. It's like a shield. Like they have gotten this thing set up so strongly that anyone would have trouble truly penetrating. Wow, I just... Okay. Wow. This is very... For some of you, you're dealing with a person with a very strong false persona. Wow. Very strong false persona for some of you. Okay, now we're going to pull some from this Hater's Evil Eye Revealed deck to see if we can get any clarity on the nature of their plans, like their intended plans. It might reveal ways that they're acting now. It might reveal guidance for you for future protection. So we're going to see if we get some clarity on that. All right, so for pile number 2, what can you tell us that will help them navigate this situation? For pile number 2, what's going to help them navigate this situation and protect and benefit themselves? Do you have kind of a silly energy? Like, I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean, like, just that kind of silly sense of humor. A little bit. Okay. Well, let's see what we have gotten. Pile 2, this energy. There's so much going on. I feel like this person, it's so confusing when someone has strong persona like that. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to flip our significator, King of Hearts. So the King of Hearts is, they are, how do I say this? They are like, they're the lover, okay? Archetype. They're flirtatious, they're like generous, they come off as sympathetic, charismatic. Why did I say charismatic? Popular. This is the lover boy, okay? But this is, yeah, okay, so that, with the King of Hearts, they come off like that, but they can also kind of be hiding a more introverted and moody nature. So that kind of lines up with someone who's projecting a persona. But this is the lover type. Okay, let's see their attributes. Traditionally this would indicate a male or a masculine presenting person. And, oh man, okay, fair features. Yeah, their persona is the lover. They may actually have a great capacity to love, but I don't think it's balanced by enough authenticity to really develop into deep and lasting love. Yeah, lacks empathy. Feeling well. So their health is going all right now. That's what this card indicates. They're currently in good health. Keeping secrets. Yeah, they are. Laid back. This goes along with the King of Hearts personality and the persona. They tend to come off as laid back, chill, lover boy, but they lack empathy and they're keeping secrets. Let's move on to these cards and see what they reveal. Their social media posts and memes are directed towards you. Possess a talisman to amplify positive vibes. Okay, so that's advice for you, just to get going, like little prophylactic protection before they try anything. And again, they are thinking of trying it, they haven't. Scorned love. An old fling of your current or recent ex-partner still feels deep pain of rejection and betrayal. That makes sense because, like I said, King of Hearts, they're a little lover. So they have got plans. They're memeing about you, posting about you. Because their plans are not concrete yet, we don't have more specific advice. Because none of the cards of concreteness have shown up. It's the I'm thinking about it, I'm planning it kind of a thing. So nothing concrete yet, but the advice for you is to have a talisman to amplify positive vibes. This person is memeing about you, they're making social media posts, and they are a scorned love, either of you or your current or your recent ex. So that should give you a big clue here, right? I would think. So this is a scorned lover. And they're thinking bad about you, and they're putting some... Now, honestly, getting the 2 aces doesn't mean they will go through with it. Some people never act on things. This person may or may not. But right now, it's all in their head, and they're just kind of thinking about it, kind of putting it together. So they do have plans to eventually act against you. Usually the reveal is meant to see if they've got plans to act against you in a spell work or magical way. So they may have plans. Because they are a scorned love, I'm going to go ahead and say that it's very likely their plan is going to be something about getting y'all back together or getting back together with their person. That is oftentimes the kind of spell work that goes. And the reason that is not good for anybody or not good for you is because it diverts you away from the people, places, and loves that you should be having. So that can cause a lot of problems. So there you go, pile 2. That's everything I think I can reveal to you right now about these not concrete plans floating around in this person's head. So thank you for watching, and I hope to see you again in another reading. Until next time. Welcome, pile 3, to your reading. This is going to be the reveal. The reveal is designed to... These things are being a little stubborn right now. The reveal is designed... My goodness! Designed to indicate whether you are being affected by outside forces in a negative way, as in magical negative. Good grief, these are sticking. Magical negative way. If you're being affected by outside forces in that way. I learned this on a website many years ago. I tried to look up the website just recently before doing these videos to make sure to try and, well, basically give credit if I could to where I learned it from. But I was unable to find the website. I do not know if I just have the name wrong or I don't remember correctly. It was many years ago. Or if the website is gone. So All right, what we're going to do is 3 columns of 10 cards, and whether aces show up or not gives us an indication of whether there is negative works against you. So we're going to go ahead and start flipping our cards and start our first column here. All right. One ace. Okay. Well, actually, this is great. This indicates, oh, look, we're a little off center. Sorry about that. Bring it over here. This indicates that no works have been enacted against you. Nobody has plans to enact works against you. And the farthest it's gotten is somebody thinking ill of you, which, I mean, that happens to a lot of us during the course of every day. So, yes, you got someone out there who's not thinking well of you, but they don't have plans to make plans against you right now. So this is great. This is good for you. It shows no works against you, no plans for works against you at this point in time. All right, pile number 3. This was your reading. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you again in other readings. Until next time.